Alrighty, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, traders, and welcome to the Forex Showdown here in a beautiful, or at least on a beautiful Friday. I don't know. Friday the 13th, I don't know if it could be a beautiful day. Hey, listen here, guys. Either way, we're alive, we're doing well, and the markets are moving. So we're going to be talking about the markets this morning. A lot to chat about, based on the data that came out this week and what we're anticipating for the Fed to do moving forward. We're going to go ahead and discuss all of that, and I'm going to have Cameron joining me as we go into a battle and trade different currency pairs live here in this session. Make sure you guys stick around. It's going to be awesome. I'll see you right after this. Alrighty, traders, welcome back to the session. We're going to go ahead and dive into the markets, but before we go ahead and look at any sort of setup, I want to remind everyone we do have some data that's coming out this morning, and that is, of course, the consumer sentiment. Now, a few weeks ago, we had consumer sentiment coming out. In fact, about a month ago, we had consumer sentiment coming out, and it actually made the markets go absolutely wild with the dollar. I'm expecting some volatility to come off this data right here at 10 o'clock, which is, by the way, in the next 3 minutes. Exciting stuff that's taking place right now. And we're going to go ahead and take a quick look at the dollar at the moment right now. Just before the data is released, we saw a little bit of strength coming from the dollar. And here it is here on the 15-minute time frame. There's that strength that we saw. Not much, but we did see some strength coming off. We're going to see if this holds over here and if the market continues to move in a bullish trend. Now, look at this. This is the daily time frame right here. And we did come back to retest the backside of the trend line. We're in an overbought condition. You can see here with the oscillator. So the overall intention would be that we would be expecting the price to move to the downside, right? So this sort of bullish move that we've got here should just be a corrective move and nothing more, nothing less, right? So we're going to go take a look and see how the markets are shaping up after the news in the next couple of minutes. And as we take a look over here, let me just go ahead and pull in some more information here as well. Just hide a few things here. There we go. We can see that the overall setup to the dollar is that it's going to head south and much further down south. You can see right here we have this larger swing. Price went and moved into a 1, 2, 3, and then we've gone ahead and rallied up, which means that traders, we're in what we call an irregular flat. This means that when price moves above that level there, this is going to be our sell zone. And so anything that we see that is bearish on the dollar, we would be thinking bearish on this particular pair. And so this is pretty simple stuff. Looking for the sell-off on the dollar. Now, a couple of minutes still to go. I want to go ahead and flip it over to gold. Why gold? We all know that gold is a safe haven, all right? It's a safe haven against inflation, and we can see that gold has suddenly gone ahead and skyrocketed from the bottom that we anticipated right here. Now, this is the thing. If we take a look over here, gold moved back inside this falling wedge, this support level that now would become resistance. Price moved back in again. We had the discussion yesterday, and we said this type of setup would normally be a strong rally to the upside. So we're expecting gold to shoot up to around about 2,000 based on the structure, and it's coming off the support. Now, if some of you followed me through the different sessions, I've been talking about gold coming back down to this level, which, by the way, it came to the pip, all right? And now it's starting to skyrocket. A lot of discussions about where gold's going. Well, think about it this way. If we're expecting dollar to fall south, that should automatically mean that we should be expecting gold to go ahead and rally. So I am thinking bearish on gold long term. Not gold, dollar. Bearish on gold, on dollar long term, but bullish on gold long term. All right, traders, here we go. Here we go. Data's been reported. Let's go to the dollar index right here. Let's take a look and see what's going on. And by the way, Cameron will be joining me in a moment. Let's take a look right here. And we have a move. And it looks like we've got another spectator coming over here. There we go. Hey, buddy. How you doing? Hey. All right. Looks like he's going to come and join us for this morning session. He's certainly excited about gold. He said to me that he wants gold, gold, gold. He says, buy gold, Papa, buy gold. All right, so this is where we're at, but guys. The market is currently right now setting up for a full downside move. Full downside move. And because of that, we're anticipating a sell-off on dollar, and that would mean that we're going to expect the markets to go ahead and show a little rally. All right? And so let's go ahead and take a look right here. Switch it off. All right, he doesn't like the aircon on, so he likes me to switch it off. All right, there we go. And so here we go, traders. Let's go take a look at the markets. Let's go to this is the US dollar CAD. Same thing is set up right here. We see a nice little rally, right? Rally. Price has moved up here into this resistance. Price has found resistance of that level. We've seen a little bit of a downside move in today's trading. So what are we going to go ahead and do here? We're going to go ahead and take a look at the euro, and we're going to go ahead and speculate what the euro is going to do right here. All right, so euro's been selling off right here. The question is, are we going to be turning around, heading back up north? Right? Are we going to be turning back up north? And it looks like he wants me to wear one of these fire hats, and so it seems like that's not going to happen today. All right, traders, so what we're going to do is this. We're going to look and see what's happened on the lower time frame to establish what's going on right here. And so here is the lower time frame. And as you look at the lower time frame right here, we have the market moving up, down, up, and then, of course, prices move below that level there at 10568. So my focus is going to be on today is, can we close back above that level? If we are, then this is going to confirm that we've got a solid move to the upside. A solid move to the upside. Now, I'm going to try to asking you, how can I join the Telegram channel? Just check down in the description down below. There is the channel. All right. You can check out the channel down below. You'll be able to connect yourself to the channel down below. All right. Now, let's go take a look at the this is the euro. I'd like to take a look at how the Swiss and the JPY are moving. And by the way, traders, we're going to get into some live trading in just a moment. Just waiting for Cameron to go ahead and get his computer. We had some technical issues this morning, and so he's just going to get restarted right here. So here we go, Swiss JPY. So I'm keeping my eye on the Swiss JPY, and I'm really focused more on the bigger picture right here. This is the resistance level that we've seen right here. We got a lot of resistance coming off that level. I'm expecting some weakness out in Swiss and some strength out in JPY. Therefore, I'll be expecting price to move back down south. Now, if I go down to the lower time frame right here on the 1 hour, then I can see that we had a very nice setup right here where price broke out of the channel right here and came back inside. Normally, this is what we call a first trade idea. This is where we're getting setups developing right here that we got to start paying attention for a possible sell-off on the Swiss JPY. Now, even though prices moved up today, you got to look at the pattern in the whole picture, right? And this is the pattern that we're looking at right here. I know, and for those that we're going to say, but Big Dog, we're still trending up. I get it. But we're looking for a reversal, right? Even though we are still trending up, there are reversal patterns starting to appear right here. My reversal pattern is coming off this right here. And the fact that the market's gone ahead and broken through this level right here makes me believe that we're going to be seeing a possible, and I got to go change my things, a possible, what we call this is called a irregular flat, which means, traders, when we trade above this level right here, This is our sell zone. This is where we're looking to sell. And so therefore, we're looking for the Swiss JPY to start working its way back down south. Now, let's go take a look at the data this morning and let's see what was reported. So, consumer sentiment came out, whoa, much worse than expected. All right. We expected a number to be slightly lower than the previous, but it came out much lower. Not good. This is not good. And look at the inflation expectations. They're expecting inflation to continue to rally. We did have the CPI numbers that came out on Thursday that did show that we're at a flat line from the previous month, 3.7%, and a reported 3.7. So inflation seems to be flatlined. And we did have one of the Feds come out this morning saying that they don't expect the Federal Reserve to raise rates. They said that, I believe if you take a look here, I'll take his words exactly. There we go. Fed is likely to be done with rate hikes. All right, so we know that the Feds are not going to raise rates anymore, and I know why. Because even if we see a slight uptick in inflation, the Feds have a problem with the banking sector because the banking sector has bought treasuries at a 3% hold. That means that traders, the more the Feds raise the interest rate, the more pressure it puts on the banking sector. All right. And by the way, the Feds are the ones that force the banks to go into these treasury bonds at the 3% hold. And so there is some bigger problems that the Feds are dealing with right now, and inflation is just one of those thorns in the side. As it starts ticking higher and higher, it starts becoming more, it puts more pressure on the Feds. The fact that they say, well, we're not going to raise interest rates has nothing to do with the inflation. It has to do with the banking sector. So there is a hidden agenda. So here we go. Swiss JPY looking for that sell-off, and this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the Swiss to weaken. Now, that means pairs like the Euro Swiss. We're expecting a rally to come off the Euro Swiss. Now, if I look at this long term, there's a lot of things we're looking at. I don't know if there's many traders holding on to this particular pair, but if you take a look over here, we're ranging. And let me go ahead and pull up some information here. All right, there we go. I'm going to pull that in. Let's just do this. I got to go ahead and double click on all my settings here. And that one too. All right, so looking at the daily time frame, we see extreme amount of support right here. In fact, I can go ahead and clean up house now because this pattern has completely wiped itself out right here. So I got to go ahead and clean up house. So now I'm looking at this right here. I'm saying it's important to see how this closes off for the day. All right. If we see this price, if you see price trading through this level, but then closing back above here, it means that this level is clearly going to be once again a good level of support for the market. Now we're going to be keeping an eye on this. I'm only going to be paying attention to the daily close today on this particular pair. But if I'm right about the Swiss losing ground against the JPY, and that is across the board, then that means that the Euro Swiss should be rallying. All right, Euro Swiss should be rallying, and that goes for those that are following the CAD Swiss right here as well. The CAD Swiss is at a key level of support, and we are expecting the same thing to happen for the CAD Swiss to also rally against the the CAD to rally against the Swiss franc. Now, this is the thing right here. We also have to take a look and see what's going on with the oil, right? U.S. oil. We had a little surge of U.S. oil, which means that this support right here that we broke out of, all right, which was resistance, now becoming support. This area right here that we broke out of has now become a good level of support for the market, which means if we continue to hold at that level, then price is on its way to $97 a barrel. And we could even extend that to a level of 103. So we're certainly not seeing bottoms at the moment right now with regards, or at least settlement at the bottom right here on U.S. oil. there's no settlement, we're probably going to see some rally off that bottom. That means that if we do see some increase in the actual price of oil, that should help the Canadians produce at a higher level, which means more GDP for the Canadians, which means a positive move on the Canadian dollar. That means, once again, the Canadian Swiss franc should be expecting some rally as well. Traders, looks like I've got my sidekick Cameron here now in the house, and we're going to go ahead and get this party started with some trading opportunities. All right. And let's go ahead and take a look. Now, we've got a trader right here, Pablo. I think let me go ahead and answer this question. He says, Gary, do you think it is okay to buy gold at this point? Well, traders, you got to understand, right? Buying gold depends on what type of strategy you're using, right? If you've got this buy and hold philosophy or the strategy, right, which means that you're actually physically going to be buying gold, not spot trading on gold. If you're going to be buying and holding gold, then pretty much anywhere right here is a good place to go ahead and buy. Obviously, the lower the price goes, the better you are off because the more money you'll make. But buying gold at the levels we're at is always going to be a good thing. Now, think about it this way. If I had to spend $50,000 in gold, if I had to take $50,000 and I had to go buy gold at what? Let's say it was down at $1,800 an ounce, $1,800 an ounce, right? If I had to go buy at $1,800, that would mean I would be able to buy 27 ounces of gold. 27. Now, if I had to sell the gold at $1,900 or $1,940, that would mean about $140 I would be making per ounce, times that by 27 ounces, all right, 140. That means I've made myself almost $4,000 in just a matter of a couple of days. Now, that's with a $50,000 purchase. That means if you take that number and you divide that by 50,000 to see what your return is, you're looking at about a 7.7% return on gold just in a few days. That's not a bad return considering it's a stacking strategy, which means you're buying gold and you're really just trying to stack up and expecting gold to get stronger as the world economy goes into absolute chaos, because gold will then rally. So again, it all depends how you are buying gold. If you're spot trading, then yes, different ball game if you're spot trading, because then you have to be really precise of where you enter. And the most important thing with spot trading is that you have to buy on dips. This was the dip. This was the opportunity. Now, gold, if you're looking to buy gold and you're looking to buy and hold in spot trades, then what you need to do is you need to cost average on this, because there's going to be dips and then rallies. The perfect scenario would be waiting for the dip and buying the dip. But then you have the question, what if it doesn't dip? What if price doesn't come down? And then you miss out on the opportunity. Well, that's why you have to go in with increments and buy in increments, so that if it does dip back down, you're able to cost average at a lower price, giving you a better price on gold in order for gold to go up. But you have to make sure your equity is calculated perfectly for that. All right, traders. All right, let's go into some trade opportunities this morning. And let me go ahead and bring my sidekick Cameron in here. Hey, Cameron, what's up?
Hello, I'm back. I know everyone missed me.
Yes, we did. We missed you so much. And in fact, I had to bring in a guest this morning to take your place. He goes by the name of BB, and he actually did a good job on gold. He said, "Papa, buy gold," and so we had to go buy gold, Cam.
Oh, okay.
Hey, so listen here, quickly, as we take a look at the market setups this morning. What are we currently holding right now from last week's trading? Do we have any positions that we're still holding?
We did have the Aussie New Zealand, but that just closed right before we started the session. So I think we're
okay.
All right, so we got everything. Yep.
All right, we got nothing on the table right now. So, by the way, traders, this is something important right here. If you like everything we're doing here in these sessions, and you want to be able to grab access to this at zero cost. You pay a registration fee, and then you get access to all our trades. If you're interested in that, we're not going to be charging a monthly cost for anyone that wants to connect to this. Now, this is the thing, all right? We're busy launching a new trading platform, and we spoke about our one of our products that we have called the Pip Trio, the Pip Hunter Trio. Let me just give you guys a quick little glance of what this is. Glance, right? This is what it is. It's been performing at around about 5% over the last 6 months, average of 5% over the last 6 months, and so what we're going to do, we're actually got a project that we're going to be launching. And that project is going to be called Project 1000. All right. Now we may come up with a much better name than that, but the point we're going to be doing here is that we're trying to help. Traders Network Club is all about helping students. And what we're trying to do with this project is we're trying to launch this project at a 0% cost, which means that traders, you can be able to be connected to this and get all these trades absolutely at zero cost, except of course a registration fee and maybe a monthly administrative fee. And now if you say, well, Big Dog, well, that's not zero cost. Well, it may not be at zero cost, but it's certainly going to be at a minimum cost in order for you to be able to get this. Now, this is if we get to 1,000 clients. We're looking to do this at zero cost, but we're going to have to promote this big time, because what we're trying to do here is, in order to be able to cover our costs in this, we have to get to at least 1,000 students if we're going to set the pay or set the rate at a very small administration fee per month. And so the big thing here is, can we get to 1,000 clients? So we're building up this project, and we're going to be launching it pretty soon so that people can get involved and get this thing. Now, the same thing would be on all the trades that we do right here. We've got a Telegram down below that you can follow these trades absolutely free. Just join the Telegram channel and you'll get these trades. But we're going to go a step further, and we want to be able to get you access to be able to have these trades automatically posted into your trading account. But we're not there yet. I want to make sure that we're clear on this. We're not there yet. I mean, the development of this new trading software that's going to be able to do that, but we first have to get through this. And once we do, we'll have some more information on that. We'll get you some information or some more information on this next week. Make sure you guys join us next week. All right. Now, we got Rusty said, how do we do this when we are in trades through Pip? Remember, Russ, we're talking about new trading accounts, right? So if you're looking at this type of thing right here, we're talking about new trading accounts. Anyone want to invest in new trading accounts, open up new trading accounts? It's always important to have multiple strategies and diversify your risk across the board. So all this really means is setting up new trading accounts to diversify your risk and to move. And FYI, all my trading accounts that I have been spread across different types of strategies, because you have to diversify your risk in order to be able to spread that risk around. So if one strategy slows down, but another one is performing, you can be able to have a sort of a balanced portfolio when it comes to, investing your funds. So let's go ahead and move now to today's trading. All right. And let's go take a look and see what we got here. Camera. So I'm going to go ahead and pop open. Let's see here. What do we have? I'm going to go ahead and shoot up. Let's go do, you know what? You see me flat on all positions. I'm going to go to the CAD Swiss right here. And considering that we've got the market sitting at bottom right here, I'm going to tackle this one first. Traders, this is how we're seeing the CAD Swiss right now. We've seen it hitting bottom right here. We've got a milestone that we broke out of at 0.6620. I believe that we're at a solid support level right here. Cameron, I'm going to go with a first buy this morning at on the Swiss. So let's go long CAD Swiss right here. And by the way, I'm really just looking at that on the larger time frame, the daily. I don't even have to really go down to the lower time frame. And for those that are wondering, what type of, how do we analyze the market? How do we break things down when we look for these trade opportunities that you guys are following? It's very simple. I look at the larger time frame, but then we have for execution, we could go down to a 5 minute, a 15 minute, a 1 hour, a 30 minute, and 1 hour. Those are the time frames that we can review and take decisions on those time frames. And the thing is, if I see a really simple setup on the daily time frame that is a key level of support or resistance, traders, it almost is a no-brainer for me to go ahead and say, let's go ahead and get in on that trade. So there we are. Now we're in right now. In fact, the trade just came through. If you are in the Telegram channel, you would have got the signal. At looks like we've got a little bit of spread on that. So 66.33 is the entry point on the CAD Swiss. All right. Now, as soon as we go ahead and close out of that position, if you're following us on the Twitter, on the Telegram channel, you'll know exactly what that level is. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the next trade. Cameron, I'm going to hand that over to you. What are you looking at?
Okay, so yeah, we can go ahead and take a look at the Canadian pairs here. I can do the Aussie CAD.
Aussie CAD. All right, let's share your screen.
Yep.
All right, there we go. There we go. All right, so here we go. Cameron's on.
So yeah, I'm expecting the CAD to start strengthening. Obviously, also looking at the CAD Swiss, I'm looking for that reversal. And you just said you went for a buy, and I like the buy as well because we have this movement, this bullish swing to our supply, and I'm expecting some strong correction. I've been talking about in the VIP sessions that we're going to see the strong correction here, and I'm using my fibs from this support of these lows, from the support of these lows to this high. And we can see here 618 is where I like to see my retracement, my correction. And 618 is actually testing at this previous resistance as well. So the 618 is showing us support where I want to see price correct to. So we're right above that 618. So we're right above that, anticipating that support at that 618, which is just that previous resistance. So this is where we can see our reversal point here and start seeing a nice bullish run in the CAD Swiss. And we can anticipate that if we're going to see some bullish run in the CAD Swiss, we could maybe see price continue to dip here. And we're in this bearish channel here on the Aussie CAD. But now we also have to see that here on the higher time frame, if we look at the 4 hour, that we're coming to a key level of support here on the 4 hour. We can see that we had some consolidation here, show some support. So we're coming to a key level of demand here where price is sitting at. And are we going to see continuous bearish move? If anything, if I see a continuous bearish move below the support, I'm assuming that price is just coming to grab some liquidity, and we're going to see price come back up to retest some highs and grab some more supply. But I think we're going to just see more of a price. If price wants to break the support, I think we're going to see more of a liquidity grab below here because this is such a key level of support.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to see price break below this and then kind of work in this imbalance zone here and then kind of come back up probably into some more range bound of consolidation here.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it, Cameron. I love what you're talking about here, dude. That is exactly what I'm expecting to happen. So, yes, looking for a sell-off on that particular pair. Sweet. I love
And we have a lot of room to the downside. So I think, for a short-term move, I think we just stay with the direction here. We play the sell because I am expecting a little bit more move to the downside before we see price come back up. So I'm going to stick with the sell here on the Aussie CAD.
Well, I'm going to flip over to my chart here. I want to just reconfirm what Cameron's seeing here. And because we've been talking about it in some of my live trading sessions, right? And this is the deal right here, traders. The markets have set up a nice little falling wedge. But check this out. We haven't got to the fifth wave support yet. It came short of that. We had a nice little rally. We said, all right, you know what? The market's sitting inside this little bit of a range right here. And so we'll go ahead and buy and sell until we see the breakout. Now, if the market's breaking out right here, then absolutely looking for price to go ahead and take out the low, test this trend line right here, maybe have a false breakout, and then come back again and head back up north. We're definitely looking for the Aussie CAD to go much further up to the upside. But this is the deal, all right? We have to realize that with the setup that we currently have right now, we're looking for price to go all the way up here. But we can start looking to either sell it to the downside or start cost averaging in for the bigger ride to the upside right here. So I like that setup, Cameron. And because of that, I'm going to flip right to the New Zealand CAD right here and take a look at New Zealand CAD. And I'm going to say the exact same thing as you. We hit resistance right here. Price is working its way back down here. Oil price is FYI shooting through the moon, all right, or through to the moon. And so therefore, New Zealand CAD would be a sell-off on on this particular setup. So Cameron, I'm going to go ahead and say fire a sell on New Zealand CAD as well. Let's ride this baby until it hits that bottom right here. And so, yes, sell on that. Now, FYI traders, just want to let everyone know that, yes, the market can move in waves, all right? And so if we look over here, we are at, oh, Cam, wait a minute. Did you sell?
Yeah.
Did you sell?
Yeah.
Son of a mother.
Did you not just say sell?
I did. I did say sell. I did say sell. I just popped open the 1 hour right here. I wanted to look for a quick hedge against that dip. And I'm noticing right here we got taken out that low. And so I wanted to go, oh, wait a minute. And the reason why I'm saying that is because we could get a bounce first before the dip. So it is what it is. All right, so we're selling right now. This is the thing. I want to just go ahead and just reiterate what I was trying to tell Cameron to do. This is what's going on. Price is testing this level. There is a possibility that we're going to get a bounce first and then a sell-off, which means, traders, if we sell in right here, which means we're going to have to cost averaging a little bit before the market moves down. Now, we might be fortunate enough that price is going to blow through this level of support and continue to work its way back down so we can grab our 20 pips before the next pullback comes. We're going to bank on that, all right? We're going to bank on that happening. So if it doesn't, just know this, that a rally before the next dip could be happening on the New Zealand. And I wanted to actually do a little hedge against the Aussie CAD, but it's okay. We're taking that ride. We're heading south. All right. So basically what we're doing is we're riding this wave based on the bigger picture here, anticipating price to move back down to support, even though I do see some intraday support levels that might bounce off, and we could see a 20-pip rally before the dip. But it is what it is. Cameron's in. Good move on that, Cam. All right, so we're in. Next is US dollar. Which one you want to take, Cam? US dollar CAD?
I can talk about the US dollar CAD. Just because this one's been a little tricky one here, so I'll go ahead and talk about the US dollar CAD. So go ahead and throw my screen there. All right. So you're in the US dollar CAD. I've been talking about this all week. This is a key level of supply, right? My VIP members know this is where I was expecting direction or price to direct to, was this key level of supply. As price broke this level of supply, which was a key level as well. But I wanted to see price kind of come back up here and test that previous high up here. And as you can see, price came back up here, but did not reach that supply zone and had a nice big drop off here. But this is what we anticipated, that, okay, maybe price needs some more liquidity, so we're seeing some correction for price to come back here into this level of liquidity as well here, which price actually did do that. And if we take our fibs here from this low to this high, here we can see price retraces back right in my gold retracement zone at that 50 and 618, showing some support. So I'm wondering here, big dog, is this just a correction for price to grab some liquidity to go ahead and move price back to the supply zone to retest that supply zone, grab some supply, and then we see a dip in the US dollar? Is that what we're seeing right here in this indication that we're showing some key support here? Is price going to come back up here and take out this high and reach our supply?
I think if we go to the larger time frame, and again, anytime you get confused about what price is doing and so on, always go back to the big dog, which is the bigger time frame, right? And so if I look at the bigger time frame right here, what's important is 136.39. So let's call it 136.40. If we see the market trading below that level there, I think the price is going to continue to work its way back down south. So it's always that question. Now, I know, Cameron, you're in a tough spot right here because you got to make a decision real quickly on this, because this is what this trade show is about, right? It's not about waiting. So this is so Cameron's sitting with a difficult decision here, and that is, normally you would say, all right, let me wait for the market to break through that level, and then I'll trade it past that level. But because I'm putting him on the spot to make a decision right in the show, he has to decide, is the market got enough momentum to push that level? If it's not, are we going to bounce back up again?
Yeah.
And so
Now, yeah, sorry. I don't need price to go ahead and break through this level, as we're only targeting 20 pips. I just want to know the direction. Is price looking to retrace right now and come back to at least retest this high? But my anticipation is that if price does go there, as we're going to see a break of this high and see price kind of collect some supply here and then have a nice sell off. So I think my guess here is that we got this retracement correction off this big bullish swing, showed some nice key support here, had that consolidation, price broke above consolidation. I think we're starting to see these higher swings starting to move now back to this high. So I think we just got a nice big swing here, and then we're looking for a retracement here. And I think this retracement now, we're going to anticipate that price is going to kind of break above this high and retest this area up here. So I think to go ahead and get in this short term move here is that I'm anticipating that, looking at the 1 hour here, is that price had a nice bullish move here, comes back now into our retracement zone. I think from here we're going to see this retracement end. I think we're going to see price kind of break above this high right here, and continue to test this area up here.
okay. I mean,
I'm pretty bearish on the US dollar, so it's like buying is just not the ideal direction I want to be in. But I just right now looking at the technical side here, to me is I'm seeing that we're going to see that we got this retracement. I think we're going to see price push back up to this area of these highs.
So question here is, how much higher can it go, right? If the downside looks more if the downside has a bigger potential, but the upside is very short, then why not, even if it means you stick on this trade for a couple of days, why not say, hey, let me sell on this particular one, and even if the market goes up higher, I'm willing to go ahead and cost average into this position, because I still believe in the bigger downside move on this particular setup, right? So what do you see on the upside? Now, I know it's a battle to win the trades as quickly as possible, but at the same time, you got to look at this and go, what do I really want to find here? Do I want to get a trade that's going to be more guaranteed, or am I looking for, even if it means putting some risk, looking for as quickly as possible to be able to profit from this trade?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm seeing a little bit more bullish. I know that this price is obviously there's a lot of imbalance. Below here from this.
Go with what you feel. Go with what you feel. You remember something, traders. This is what I always teach. I teach Cameron this. I teach everyone this. When you got a feeling about something based on your analysis, not like, oh, I feel good. I woke up this morning. I had my coffee and my tea, whatever it is, and I've had my breakfast. Got it all this morning, right? And so suddenly I come to the trading table. And I'm like, oh man, I feel good because of what I had. That's not how we trade. We feel good about something based on the way that we analyze the market. Don't let the noise around you, the people speaking in the left ear, the right ear, the news, don't let that interfere about what you've looked at, what you've seen. Your first initial decision is normally the best decision. Take it, as long as you've gone and done it based on a technical setup, not an emotional setup. So, Cameron, follow your technical, follow your I'm not gonna say gut, because it's not a gut thing. This is a technical decision. Follow that.
And for the people that are home, what I like to look for when I see this move, right? When I see this big like swing right here, this big bullish swing that we had right here, what I like to see is this retracement, right? Let price get to our retracement zone, which is pretty much at that retracement zone. But what I also like to see before I get that strong confirmation is I go to like a 5-minute time frame, a smaller time frame here, and I look for price to go ahead and indicate now that we're out of this retracement which obviously it hasn't indicated that yet, because what I like to see is price go ahead and break above these highs on the 5-minute. And obviously we're not seeing that right now. Price broke below this SMA. So we're still testing that correction. So we're still in that correction state. So usually I like to buy when I see price kind of get out of that retracement zone, when it's breaking those previous highs. Then that's indicating, okay, then I can go ahead and buy. But as of right now, we're not seeing that. We're still seeing price kind of setting up that correction. So that's why I'm a little hesitant for the people at home that are wondering why I'm a little bit more second guessing this. But I think I'm going to stick with the buyer. Prices this year testing at the support of this consolidation zone as well. So if anything, we have price testing this consolidation, this range bound from this high right here. We got some room for price to come back up. So I'm gonna go with the buyer on the USD CAD, and it's gonna be interesting to look at, because it seems like you are more the bearish direction you want to get in here. US dollar CAD, buy, and we're gonna make sure that our settings haven't changed here. Okay, good. I think you just got muted there.
Oh, my bad. I'm going to flip over to my setup right here. And this is on the Euro US dollar. I'm looking at the 15-minute time frame. Now, I'm looking at this as a falling wedge right here. I noticed that the market created this dip right here. 1, 2, 3 down here, 4 up here, and 5 down here. All right. Now, false break is what I like. Normally, I'd wait for the market to come back above this trend line. I'm going to anticipate it's going to happen. And then if you look over here, this is where my target's going to be up here at the top. So this trend line. So I'm expecting the euro actually to rally up and chase after a 54 pip target. So this is the deal, traders. I'm going to go long on euro US dollar because I got 50 pips in the bag right here. All I'm chasing after is 20 upside. Now, if it dips back down, that's okay. But as soon as it comes back above this trend line, I know that it's going to be super bullish and I'm going to be good to go. So euro US dollar, buying euro US dollar, looking for at least a 50 pip rally, but I'm taking 20 pips out of the market. All right. You got that?
And that's a long euro US dollar, you said?
Yeah, long on euro US dollar. Yep. All right, traders, we're going to go ahead and run a quick. We have to thank our sponsors. Our videos have been sponsored by ACAP. Check out the broker. Here it is right here, traders. Check out the ACAP's sort of trailer, whatever, ad. All right, traders, if you guys do not have a broker, make sure you check out our website. We have brokers, our preferred brokers right there. In fact, the deal that we're going to be launching that we spoke about on the Pip Hunter Trio, as well as these trade ideas that we have here, to get access to that, you're going to have a trading account with one of our preferred brokers. Use our links inside the description down below, or go to our website, sign up, get into a broker, get prepared, because when we launch this, over the next week or so, you want to have your broker account already set up. So make sure you go ahead and check that out. All right, traders, that pretty much wraps up the session for today. I've got to jump. I've got another session I'm late for. Cameron, anything else you want to go ahead and share with the students?
No, that's pretty much it. I just realized we just closed the US dollar CAD there on that sell there for the VIP. So I did not get in another one for the VIP there. So but anyways, yeah, I will catch you guys on Monday for another session. With that being said, you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend.
All right, guys, have a great weekend, and we'll see you guys next time.
This dollar CAD's moving up 10 pips.
Yeah, okay, Cam, I gotta go, buddy. I'm late for my session. All right, we have to start these things on time, Cam. It's the 9:45 because I'm not getting enough time for my other sessions. All right, talk to you later.
All right.
Ciao.